Hello, you're back and I'm back. It's Dr. Shelly. Now, you've already seen the intro, so we're digging right on in. So here we are. When you become that nurse, you've graduated, you've taken my class, you passed the NCLEX, or whatever. So you're now a nurse. You've been hired, you passed that stupid exercise test, you went and took all kinds of crazy resume stuff to just get it right, get it tight, and you've got your so-called dream job. If you didn't, that's a whole nother video. That's called Negotiate, baby. But right now we're going to assume that you got the best job because you've been listening to me for years. Here we are. What do? You're going to get a check real soon. And that check is probably going to be bigger than you're used to. I know mine was. In fact, I took a picture of my welfare check and set it right next to my first RN check. The difference was phenomenal. Yeah, I know, right? You forgot I dropped out. So you want my glory, but you don't know the story. I dropped out pregnant. So I know what poverty feels like. I know what being broke feels like. I know what a car being repossessed feels like. That's my story, okay? But now we're doing a glory thing right here. I'm trying to get you where I am. So what are you doing? Well, you're gonna tithe. You think I'm crazy? Yeah, I'm telling you to take this money that you've waited so long to have and give it away. You're damn right. Because when you have a tight fist, nothing can get in it. And so you can't do anything with the tight fist. Open up your hand, let some of it go away. Where does it go? It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you that. I know for me, I believe in my church. My church is the Word Church. I watch what they do. I watch them give away homes to people I've known, so it's not a gimmick. I watch them buy cars and take it up to the Windermere bus station and drop it off. I watch that. So to me, the Word Church gets my 10%, and I'm not ashamed to tell you. Now, once you get that whole 10% tithing thing down, you are making sure you go to the next step, which is huge. It's your emergency fund. When I run my life, I try to use very little credit cards. There are some that I love and you get such perks with them. I've even started paying some of my vendors with them because the perks are ridiculous. Like I've gotten a couple free flights. But to be honest with you, credit cards are the new Jim Crow. Yeah, they keep you in slavery. Because if you really paid attention to some of your teachings when you went to church with Big Mom and them, in the Bible it says not only owe no man nothing, because the borrower, you know, when you borrow money, whoever loaned you that money, the lender, they're the master. It says it right in the freaking Bible. It also says, and this is important for you to know, never co-sign for someone. That's in the Bible. I mean, I love Proverbs. I don't know about you, but I read one Proverbs a day. And so there's 31 Proverbs, perfect for every month. And every month I read Proverbs a day. So this is important. These are biblical principles, common sense principles, financial principles wrapped up into one. So you did your tithing. You went ahead and now you're starting with your emergency fund. Your emergency fund is built so that you never charge dumb stuff. You do not charge those tires on your car. You do not charge the oil change. You do not charge stuff that should have been just budgeted for or paid for. One of the biggest expenses you can have is when your car breaks down. Now, what do? Well, you have an emergency fund. Now, for nurses, your emergency fund starts off as $1,000. It's going to take a few checks to do it, but you can do it. There would never be a time in my life that I didn't have that $1,000 in the bank for an emergency fund. Now, as you get a little more financially stable and life looks really, really good, your emergency fund is actually going to be 3 months of all your expenses. All of those expenses wrapped up into one big emergency fund. That's usually going to be somewhere between $15,000 to $30,000, depending on what kind of big baller you are. But for now, first things first, you've got to get that emergency fund and put it away. Just put it away. Don't trip on it. Now, wait, hold up. I know some of y'all. Don't be putting it in your damn thong drawer, okay? That's not where money goes. And don't put it in your regular bank. Oh, no, because you know you're going to dip it. You're going to dip all up in it and it's going to be gone. No, boo, I need you to put that somewhere you can't get to. Now, where is that? Oh, yours truly believes in putting the money somewhere I really can't get to it. I put it in faith I think it's called Faith Community Credit Union. It's down the way, y'all. Some of y'all know what I mean when I say down the way. It's down the way. It is black owned, which is one of the things that I do promote. And it is down there off of Buckeye. They only open a few days a week. I don't want no little ATM card attached to it. It is my emergency fund. When I do my daily, weekly, monthly budgeting, I don't even think about that emergency fund because I don't have to. It's in there. I'm done. Let's keep it moving. So now you get that emergency fund and you put that away. You do not have an ATM card attached to it. You do not have it up the street. It ain't in your pantyhose drawer. It's in a credit union. If you have another credit union that you like, that's great. I don't have a problem with it. I just know that's what I do. Now let's move on, because what'd you do? You tithe, so God got you 10. You went on ahead and got your $1,000 in your emergency fund. And if you're an LPN, or a STNA, a PCNA, whatever the latest jargon is for it, then you need $500 to start with. And it's going to take you a couple checks, but you got to put that $500 away. Now let's move on, because I got more stuff for you. Next on the list is your debt. Honey, I don't know about you, but I was so bad about debt when I was a nurse that I didn't even open the envelopes. I was like, I ain't paying that. That was stupid. I have been through bankruptcies, pretty much attached to a divorce or two. You know, I've been married 20 times. Y'all don't tell nobody. Hush your mouth. Shit. Hush. And don't judge, okay, boo? Don't judge. So, yeah. So, I've had to do the stupid on steroids. That's how I got where I am. So I need you to know, I need you to understand, this debt is not going anywhere. You've got to either pay it all off, and now that you're a nurse, that would make sense. Hello? I mean, you created it, so let's pay it off. But you can work with some of your creditors by calling them and jewing them down to like very little money that you have to pay back to get the stupid thing gone. But if you're just a normal nurse and you just got this debt pretty much accumulated while you was in nursing school, make your list of your debts. Look at your smallest one. It feels good to get it paid off. I know it's kind of counterproductive because you would think, well, look at the one with the highest interest rate. Nah, that shit don't work because you would be here for days trying to find which one got the highest interest rate. And no, just go for the smallest to the largest. It's called the debt snowball. I'm the Dave Ramsey girl. And go ahead and pay that puppy off. Make it your point to pay off a bill. Pay it off. To try to pay off a bill once a month. You can do that. You're making big bank. Trust me, you can do this. Now, your debt may take a while, but average to pay off all debt and be debt free. Average time for a nurse to do it. I'm talking nurses. The average time for a nurse to pay off all her debt except for her house and maybe that car, which you should have never financed in the first place. But the average length of time is about 2 to 3 years. So start now. Today is whatever. Put the date down and let's get started. Okay, you feeling me? Y'all got me? I got you. Okay, here we go. We're going a little bit further. Come on. We did our Tithe. We did our ER fund. We got our debt under control. Now, do you love your children? Oh, for real? You do? Stupid question, Shelly. I don't know if it's a stupid question. Because sometimes it may look like you love material things more than your children. And who would that be? Well, that would be you after this video is over. If you don't take your behind after this video is over and get yourself some life insurance, I am going to shank you in your kidney, punch you in your throat, pull out your eyelashes one by one, come all up in your parking lot and through your driveway and kill you. Because here's the deal. When you die and you were providing that income for your family, and don't get it twisted, most of us women in nursing, especially black women, are the breadwinners. Our husbands, God bless them, they hard working, we love them to the death, would die for them. They don't make the income we do. That's just real. Has a lot to do with discrimination against black men, but that's another video. For now, let's just put it out there. The black nurse makes more, okay? So when you die, and you are going to die, let's not keep it like hush hush. The real deal is everybody dies. But if you die prematurely, you are not only going to leave them without an income, you are going to leave them with an average of $10,000 to $20,000 in a bill. You're going to leave them with a $10,000 to $20,000 bill, because if they're like me, they're not trying to bury mamas in some ghetto ratchet kind of fashion. They want mama to be buried with style. And maybe they want you to be cremated, but that's still a burial type of ceremony. I mean, let's call it what it is. When I die, I'm not leaving that headache with my family. I'm not. I love them. Remember that? Remember that whole question? I love them too much to do that. So what you need to do is you need to buy life insurance. Now, the insurance needs to be 10 times your income. The income that we make as nurses, I'll just call it for average, anywhere between 50 and 80,000. And if you're like a big baller shot caller, you're well over 100, especially if you're traveling. And so if you think about that, if it's 50,000, you need 500,000 in life insurance. If it's 80,000, you need 800,000 in life insurance. If you're a big baller shot caller and you make over 100,000, yeah, that's millions. And I'm not going to tell you what I got in life insurance, but ain't nobody going to want for nothing, because this is one sure way to leave a legacy of wealth instead of freaking poverty and a meeting around the kitchen to see who paying for the casket. I hate that. I've had to do it. I was married to a nurse. His family didn't have money to bury his brother. And at that point, yours truly had to come up off some dollars to bury his brother. It didn't mean nothing to me because I loved mine, so it wasn't no big deal. We ain't even together no more, but it wasn't no big deal at the time, okay? Because I'm going to come up off of mine for yours, because yours is mine. That's how we do. Now, so you need to get it together. But here's what I found. I found that when you try to buy life insurance, nurses and everybody else doesn't know how to buy the life insurance. You don't know what you're doing because there's slicksters out there. There's some scammers out there. There's some old ratchet people out here, scum of the earth, trying to take your money when they see nurse under your name. So let me show you what to do. And again, matter of fact, I ain't showing you what to do. I'm showing you what I did. And don't worry, because I'm going to have a nice little interview with my insurance broker. She's going to be there answering questions. We're going to tackle this insurance thing once and for all. So watch this. Come on now. Look at here. Now, if you look at this board, and Larry's got my back. He knows that camera better be right up on this, because he knows I'm about to teach, okay? I told you it's my superpower. So here we go. You see the life insurance. First of all, don't go out here just buying life insurance. Never. What you need to do, watch this, is you need to use a broker, an insurance broker. What the hell is a broker? I'm talking big now, ain't I, y'all? A broker is someone who looks all over everywhere for the best deal for you, so you don't have to shop around for the best deal for you. And my broker has been my broker for damn near 20 years, and she's cold-blooded with it. Yes, her name is Terry. Yes, I got a phone number. Yes, I have a company. And no, I don't get paid from this company. So there. So use a broker, and here we go. Stay with me. Don't let me hear you got suckered into something called whole life insurance. Now, what do you have to know about this? Well, watch this. Whole life might have another name. Permanent life. Maybe it's called cash value. Maybe it's called portfolio based. Perhaps it's called traditional life. Maybe it's even called universal life. Did you write that down? Oh, you're going to have to write this one down. I'm going to say it again, because you know if you was in my class, you took notes anyway. So here we go. Do not ever buy whole life. What other names does it have? Because they try to trick you. Permanent life, cash value, portfolio based, traditional life, universal life. It's all bullshit. Yeah, it's crap. It's garbage. It's just malarkey. Okay? It's garbage. What is it? Well, it's paying into a life insurance as if it was a savings account. And at the end of 10, 20, 30, 50, 60, 70, 80 years of paying into this nonsensical account, when that person dies that you've insured, you're going to get 15, 20,000, and you're never going to get the savings that you put in that so-called account. And they get away with it because while that person's living, you can borrow against that savings account with interest. Now, you got to be stuck on stupid and parked on dumb to think that's a good plan. Because if I'm going to put my money away for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, it's not going to be in a whole life account making 1 to 2%. It's going to be in a 401k making 12%. So listen to me, please. I'm telling you, it's a scam. It's as bad as going to the payday loan companies. And yeah, I used to do that too. I'm telling you, I've been around, honey. I done it all. Payday loans and everything else. Crazy as hell. So listen, you with me? Are you still with me? Okay, so no. No whole life insurance. Never. Here's what you want. It's called term. No fancy names. None of this stupid shit. No 30 names for the same thing. It's called term life insurance. You purchase a 20-year policy. It's way cheaper than whole life, and you get way more insurance. When that term life policy is coming towards an end, then you just re-up your term life policy. Now, I got to tell you, I'm sexy 60, okay, baby? 60 years old, and I, yours truly, paid $35 a month for some term life for, I just told you, millions in coverage. Yeah, let that hit you. If I die today, my babies are covered with millions. It's the greatest way to build wealth outside of buying a home and investing in a 401k. You are passing the wealth to your legacy. And it was $35 a month. I spend more than that on chicken. So do you. So you need to get it together. Now, that is huge. It's as big as it gets. And I'm gone because I'm tired. Now, when I come back, we're going to talk about that 401k and 403b and all this other kind of nonsense and how to invest. Did you get the phone number? I don't know. So I think I better give it to you. I told you my insurance broker is Terry. Terry is through Lakeshore Insurance. Her number is 440-446-1600. And yes, you have to tell her Dr. Shelly Bevel sent you. Yes, you have to tell her. Okay, so hopefully you'll get that life insurance. When I come back and you and me see each other again, I bet your ass better have that life insurance because you said you love your babies. Deuces for real.